We are live, Scobo.
Good morning, rise and grind. It's time again for Wake and Bake with the Growskis. This is episode 20. I'm Skilbo1, and
Sequence.
Sequence, Dan, and Tara are all here. Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good morning. Good morning, chat.
Good morning, Dan, Tara, Scobo, me, and chat. We appreciate all you guys being here. We have 17 viewers and 11 likes. Just get on your shit, press the button. 6 o'clock. You got work to do.
Right.
We appreciate you being here. It's really fun. We were doing our pre-show about stigmas and stuff of cannabis, so we're gonna try to start with a little bit something more positive. I'm gonna roll some 9-pound hammer. Talk about something positive. I might fall right back asleep.
Okay. I want some of that.
I can bring some. The
Yeah,
9-pound
you need to, because I need to see if it'll put me asleep.
looks real good.
T needs some sleep.
That was a pretty popular strain, man, that 9-pound hammer.
I just
it was.
I just cut it out of the garden, so this is gonna be the last run. So I can bring a bunch of it to the South Haven meetup this weekend, and everyone will tell me why I shouldn't have cut it out of my garden. That's what they usually do.
Yeah, I know. I'm having the same problem with this Mandarin cookies. It's the last run, and man, she's just shining like a champ and really saying, "Hey, you fucked up by letting me go." But
sorry, I got OKC for you. That'll replace Mandarin cookies, man.
and absolutely, that's why I have the crescendo. So I like the crescendo a little bit better than the Mandarin cookies. So
Well, that's the key. Is why is it that you keep one thing and I keep something else? It's because we have different endocannabinoid systems. Let's start with big words at 6:01 a.m. in the morning. You know what I mean? It's a matter of
how many syllables are an endocannabinoid.
We're getting there quick, man. I've been awake about 9 minutes, so we'll see where we go from here. I think of it like this: it's one thing to have it at the end and be like, oh man, I'm going to miss this when it's gone. But if you stop and you think about it, what made you put it on a chopping block in the first place? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have another orange strain around, I probably would keep it. But like I said, I think the crescendo just outshined the Mandarin cookies cut that I had. Until this last run, it just knocked it right out of the park. But
Which usually that's all it is, right?
Yeah,
You're just
my blueberry did that to me, man. The last run, it must have knew it. It threw off just incredible nugs, and it's like, are you really wanting to get rid of me? But it happens. Everything can't stick around.
Right. You don't want to have all orange. You don't want to have all gas. You don't want to have all of my strains are doing a unique thing in my garden, and that's what they're for. So if I get a second one that does the same thing better, the first one's got to go. I'm with you, Dan.
I have a strain by a breeder. First time I ever running their genetics, bred by 42. It was some freebies from Neptune's called Abominable Titans. And man, I'm telling you, this thing is throwing down, way advanced, way more advanced than the other plants that are also at day 32. With this one, really impressive, man. She's gonna chunk up, and I'll show you guys some pictures of her.
Must have a lot of indica to it.
Yeah, the leaves are real fat.
Yeah. The GMO is very predictably GMO in the greenhouse. It's about half the size of the big more indica plants, bud size, and taller than all the rest of the plants. It's just as tall as the garlic storm, and it's been scrogged down by about 4 feet. So that plant would have hit like 13 foot tall, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
How big did that Mac 1 get?
Like 6 feet, maybe 6.5 feet.
Now, what's the diameter on those?
Like 5 by 5,
huge
or bigger.
Yeah. So when you say 6 foot tall, you gotta elaborate. It's also 6 feet wide, because that just exponentially increases the square footage of it.
Yeah, I don't want to take up the show by trying to pretend that I have a giant greenhouse or trying to put it into words, or it's really hard to explain it to anybody. But yeah, once you've been there, Tara and Scobo, they can explain. It's just the plants are large and it takes up a lot of space.
But not really. It's very well It's very laid out very well. It's very, you can move easily around. You're not bumping through plants. It's
There's
very
no dead
very
zone.
You are now. You are.
well on a
Now
few
that the
you are.
autos are gone.
You are, but
Well, the
you know,
photos have taken up the aisleway now. I mean, they're
Right.
supposed to.
Right. Fall into
but
it. Yeah.
You know
just from
what?
one
I'm
weekend
sorry.
to the next of me coming up there, huge big difference. I mean, they grew tremendously in height. I mean, way over my head now.
And next year, your plants will probably be even bigger.
No, probably they will be bigger
Yeah. So
because we started 2 weeks later in the season, over 2 weeks later in the season than we could have.
absolutely. So you know, if you're running into hallways, you know, becoming consumed with plants, you know that's going to get worse next year. But yeah, really
Got some
excited.
plans for that stuff. For like this was our first run, so the next run we've got some ideas, and I think we'll be able to improve the plant size and our levels of control that we have over it for the next one.
And you'll be running, some genetics will be the same, and the ones that worked really well will come back, and the ones that didn't will get replaced by something new, and see how that holds up the space.
Yeah, we're doing a pheno hunt specifically for outdoor because like I mentioned the GMO and we mentioned the Mac. The indoor plants don't necessarily translate to outdoors very well. So we'll see which ones do, and those ones that do, we're going to run again next year. I put some pictures up on my Instagram. If you look, sequence_mi, the garlic storm looks super frosty, but it's ran into probably more PM issues than most of the plants. Not to say that it's bad. You guys have been in the greenhouse. None of them look bad. Actually, when you guys were in there was no PM at all. But that was even like a couple weeks ago. So there's just a little bit of PM on the garlic storm where there's not on most of the other plants. So that one probably won't get ran next year outdoors. I can't wait to run it indoors, though. If you look at the pictures of it, incredible frost. But the crescendo, huge stacks of colas, very frosty, complete mold and bug resistance. It goes into flower early in the season in Michigan. Everything that you ask for when you're growing in a greenhouse or outside. So I'm looking for a lot of strains like that to check all of those boxes.
If you can find them ones that are PM resistant, bug resistant, that's huge. In the greenhouse, I have 3 plants right now, 2 smaller ones, and then the great big one. The pineapple Thai I put out there, and that one's got aphids now. I just saw them yesterday. And then I have a platinum purple out there that has an aphid issue, but not one aphid on that huge ass plant. So that was a good sign.
Yeah, that is a good sign. Or maybe your plant doesn't have sugar in it.
Yeah.
Dry ass brittle leaves, right?
Now your garlic storm looks a lot like my divine storm with the trichome production.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I mean, shout out to in-house, right?
Yeah.
But Sticky Drip did the genetics for the garlic storm. He crossed slurricane and garlicane.
Yeah.
And obviously that's in-house stuff. Exceptional plant. I cannot wait to grow it indoors. I do have cuts of it and stuff. If people want that, eventually I'll be able to get it to you. When I had like a keeper vegged out. Very, very, very impressive.
Right on, man. And when you find them huge trichome producing strains, I mean, I get all excited, thinking about the potential that you can get out of that plant.
Have you decided which crescendo you're keeping?
No, not yet. This will be I got them in flower right now, so this will be the deciding round. I do have 6 clones of each in the cloner. Once we decide, either we'll gift off the other clones or cull them out.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I cloned 5 of each of my plants, so like Mac 1, Citra Blue, Sour Melon, etc. So like that's when I gave away some of my last clones. So now I have a bunch of clones that are all slightly less than what I would normally run for like half of a room, like you were just saying. It'd been nice if I did a little bit more.
I would like one of them 48 or 60 cloning site cloners.
Oh.
You can't. Okay, so the Easy Cloner 48 site thing you can't buy anymore.
That sucks.
I went. I tried to shop for one, and you can't get it. You can get the 72 site one. That's it.
I still got my 20 site. I just did some clones last night. It's bubbling behind me. I have. What did I take? I took the GG4. I have one that I am saving for Spartan to give back to him. I did the headlights, and what else did I get a cut of? The Oreos, and I have to go back in this morning and get the rest cut. But it was getting late, and I knew I had to get my old ass up to do wake and bake, so I couldn't be up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we appreciate the extra effort you put in to be here on time, man.
Yes, sir.
You'd be late 2 shows in a row, man. I was late on the Bros show, and
well, I keep screwing up hosting your show, so it's all fair.
It's all good. You know what though? That's what I was saying. That's why we got notifications on. You know what I mean? Make sure that if you like us enough to subscribe, make sure that you pay attention enough and like us enough to turn notifications on as well. Sometimes, even in the best laid plans, we have some mistakes. And Dan, what are you holding up again?
That was some Divine Storm.
Bring it back.
Oh, hold it up, Dan. Let's see it.
Oh yeah, bring that back.
I was late. I was reading the chat. There you go. You wish your webcam would focus. We're gonna send you.
We're gonna get him a new cam, guys. We got him.
You know what? I have a really good camera on my phone, but it really shows my bad features, so I don't use it.
It's gonna get you a hood, man, or like a luchador mask. Want a luchador mask? We'll send you one of those.
No, I got a badass Select Pheno mask I rock, man.
That was newscasters and Sports Center and all those people were concerned that they would get phased out by HGTV for younger TV personalities.
It's like worrying about the talkies.
Genuine concern for us old people.
I didn't bring you, or we didn't bring you on board for your.
I know, man.
We brought you on board for your backdrop.
Yes. You know what? That's shout out to my daughter, man. That's hers. She rocks.
Just stole it from her.
The same one that had that Madden bag that she let me borrow. That Steve Madden bag that I didn't know was a.
So funny.
Yeah, man. They don't.
Yeah, but what was even funnier is who ripped it off about the Steve Madden bag.
Yeah.
That's true. I knew. But you know how I knew? Wolf on Wall Street. That's
It was sequence here.
Right.
I know about Steve Madden from Wolf on Wall Street, but Dan carries his stuff in a Steve Madden bag.
I have been known to.
I have been known to, he said.
But yeah, hey man, I gotta get it to
That's all right. You know what? Hold on. I'll front myself out here. Years and years ago, I got this little fucking leather bag, right? And it holds my pipes and shit. So what's in here? There we go, my hash bowl. Okay.
Oh,
so this is a bougie ass little coach.
That's a little
Coach purse.
A little coach purse.
Man, dude.
But it totally fits. It totally fits this, and it's a padded bag and shit. So you know what?
Fuck y'all. Coach purse, you guys.
Yeah, man. That is really putting yourself out there, and you didn't even have to do that. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you jumping on the fashion bandwagon with me here and riding it out, brother. That's a fun.
I'm gonna give you another one. If you got an old lady out there, I don't know if anybody does this shit anymore, but a few years ago there used to be this thing called Ipsy. And they used to sell all this like makeup and shit to these women every fucking month. You get exactly. So what's the difference between me rocking the bougie coach and you rocking the bottom shelf Ipsy bag? See, come up off of me, y'all. See now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't get the Ipsy bag myself, but
do you think I got this coach bag myself? Shit, my wife had this shit. I was like, fuck.
She probably doesn't know that you have it, and she's been looking for it for freaking 2 years.
So you all showed off your
knows all my bullshit. Yeah. You got a Louis?
I got a Louis bag. I inherited this
Holy
my
shit.
house. When I was cleaning my house when I got my new house, this bag was in there. It's got all the stuff.
But you're
I've
using
had a hard time trying to replicate if this bag is real or not. I haven't used it. I was gonna give it to my daughter.
And now it's got weed in it. So
no, it doesn't have anything in it. I just can't tell if it's real or not. It's got the stamps and stuff on the inside, but I'm not a Louis expert, so.
Yeah, me either.
It's probably a fake bag, but it's really cool looking, and I bet my daughter would like it.
I just want to say that you never know where the conversation will go when you tune into this channel.
Dude, we had some designer handbags in the morning show.
Gucci, Fendi, Louis Prada. Anybody out there listening to some old ass Lil Debbie? There you go. Or that? Wait, no, is that?
Breaking it down, dude.
I can't remember, man. It's like 10 years.
I bet it's longer than that.
I got some great
When you get old, it's always longer than that, bro.
Chikamasas.
Yeah, I just want to remind you, Scobo, the 90s weren't 10 years ago.
I know, they feel like it.
Everyone always
that shit feels like 30 years ago now, man.
Everybody goes, the 90s, but it was just back in the 90s. It's like,
it's just like saying if you were in the 1920s that you're talking about the 1890s. That shit does sound decrepit.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that, man.
A decade of days when you don't even know what to call them, you know?
Oh man, yesterday. Here's a story for you. Yesterday.
Is it Dank Man Dan story time?
Well, not really. It's just funny though.
Polished? Get your fingers ready.
Man, I was hoping he was shaking nectar in this one.
I know.
No, I had no neck. I did mix up 5 gallons this week. No issues. I realized if I take half that 5 gallon bucket, pour it into another 5 gallon bucket, I have less issues for failure. No, yesterday, Birdwatcher 420 stopped over yesterday for 420 shush. Thank you very much, Birdwatcher. After that, I had gone outside to continue the painting project I was telling you guys I was working on. And, I went to town after that, and then I had to pick my wife up from work. Well, on my way to town, I'm noticing that my phone's not working. You know, it's not picking up any signal or whatever, no bars or whatever. My Instagram ain't loading. Well, I had to go to a patient's house and drop off some meds, and sat there and bullshitted with them a while. By now it's like 6:30, and I'm thinking, damn man, my wife still ain't fucking called me, and my phone still looks fucked up. Like, I better take off, get back home, so I get back to the Wi-Fi, see what's going on with my phone. So I jump in the cars and I'm cruising back. Decide I'd shut my phone off, turn it back on. Maybe that'll get my service, because that's a magical fix for everything. And sure enough, the motherfucker did work. I picked up bars and shit. And then here comes the messages. Now, mind you, I haven't only been offline for about maybe an hour now between my travels and all that. Well, my wife had been messaging me to come pick her up from work. I wasn't replying. She couldn't find my location. Dude, she thought I had a heart attack and I was laying dead at the house. She's calling the kids. Got my kids all worked up. Matter of fact, she reached out to Birdwatcher 420, asked him if he had talked to me. She almost got on the Grow chat and said, "Hey, have you guys talked to Dad?" But it was funny. I was like boot scooting back home, and she works at the hospital, so I had to drive by her work to get home. And man, I'm looking on the side of the road. I'm like, man, that looks like my wife walking. Sure, I fucking wheel over, and there she is walking, man. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh shit, that 420
wife.
wife.
She wasn't upset or nothing, but she was just worried about me. Thought something happened to me, but it's just.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah, man.
Saying she asked Birdwatcher.
Dan, you got to remember to check in.
Well,
man.
You're getting old.
The thing is, yeah. Then my
Senility
kids
is
start
kicking in.
messaging me, "Dad, I love you." But anyway, yeah, man, she gets in the car and then all her messages start coming through, because we have these iPhones and we all share locations. So she's like, "I couldn't find your location," and she was just panicking. And yeah, man, it made me feel loved though. But
I got the right Christmas present in mind for you, Dan.
you gotta give me a lanyard.
I'm gonna get you a life alert.
Dude,
Help, I'm falling and I can't get up.
She said that too. She's like, "You need a life alert." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I was great. You're the ones that had an issue, not me." But yeah, she worries about me working up, on roofs and shit by myself here.
Yeah,
She's
man.
a great girl.
Well,
That's a reasonable thing to worry about.
Yeah.
Well, she's not being unreasonable.
You guys know, usually I'm right by my phone, and I'm pretty much on it. When she couldn't reach me, it was weird for her. That's out of the norm.
I'm really surprised that Birdwatcher didn't drop by the crib and rip your fucking front door off to come in and rescue you. That big motherfucker.
The thing is,
fucking
up
emu
here,
watcher.
he's a little ways away.
It's the dog.
Yeah, man.
Anyone that's not seen Birdwatcher, he's the size of Hodor from Game of Thrones. Just rip your door off and then walk right in.
He's a big dude, man. But you know what? He's a teddy bear.
He is the biggest teddy bear.
He's a great guy. Great guy.
I love him to death. Shout out to Birdwatcher.
Duck Watcher 420.
Yeah, he's in the
Emu
chat
watcher.
now.
Emu watcher.
He's gonna be making me some RSO.
Oh, yum.
Nice.
Yes.
I like that stuff. I've had I don't want to say ups and downs, but definitely trial and error with trying to figure out my dosage and time of dosage versus my hangover effect of the RSO.
You gotta start taking it earlier, man.
Yeah, either earlier or less.
Nah, go with the former, never the latter.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
you're probably right.
my son, he's a medical patient too, and he has stomach issues.
I'm a medical patient too. Oh,
Same
Well,
girl,
he also
same.
works at a provisioning center up here, right?
oh, I'm not that cool.
And shout out to his boss, man. His boss gave my son a year's supply of RSO for free.
Wow.
That's really nice.
Awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's a straight up dude. And matter of fact, he gives all his RSO away to patients who can't afford their meds. And
Right.
man, that's what this community is about. And straight up dude, man.
Yeah, that's really
Riverside
cool.
Provisioning up north.
Really cool.
Riverside Provisioning, he said.
The nice thing about that is, even if you don't use it, we all know somebody that could benefit from it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Whether that means that you ingest it or use it topically or whatever the case may be, man. Turn it into some edibles. I don't know.
And
I really
say
think it would
RSO,
make good
but I
edibles.
probably mean FSO, but
I guess now it's interchangeable. So
Okay.
RSO recipe has been changed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to quibble about words, man. Who cares? We know what the hell we're talking
well,
about.
I know you guys won't. Yeah.
There's just, it's not worth getting uptight over on things like that, man. You got to smoke another one, and
Yeah, let's smoke.
look at you with the full one over there, bro.
I got a bunch of these things. I'm very fortunate.
I'm
Shout
down
out to
That's-
Spartan Grown on that.
Shout out to Spartan.
The best medicine. I believe that's the best way to ingest the cannabis medically.
For me, it is.
It
really makes
is, but the problem is it's very hard to take a dosage of that and yet remain functional. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
I use it for pain, and I work on my feet all day. And my job in a kitchen is a series of twists, turns, left, right. It's like being fucking Andre Agassi out there. Shout out to anybody old enough to know who Andre Agassi is.
Shout out to anybody who's ever worked in a kitchen. I bet.
Agassi is my favorite basketball player, dude.
Yeah. I was gonna say I thought he could rip some home runs, but
Oh, you fucking
No,
Tara.
He's a tennis player, y'all.
See, Tara was a stalker back in the day. She knows what's up.
No, I just liked tennis at one point in my life, so it was always
you just
something.
like seeing John McEnroe in them shorts.
Short
No.
shorts?
I just like the when they get all
Short
loud,
shorts.
start throwing them.
Sequence wears short shorts.
I don't even know if I have short shorts.
You sure?
Okay, so I'm gonna shout out Sequence right now for the awesome scissors, the chickamasas. They are really.
He just wants you to become more efficient. Don't take it. Don't take it any other way than it is.
They're these ones.
They're awesome. Yes.
Say
The
something
B5
so it shows up. See on the main.
They're the B500H. That's the one that Tara has.
I don't know if that makes a difference or not, whatever, but I do really like the feel of it because they're not spring loaded or anything. And I was afraid with my bad hand that this would cause me trouble not being spring loaded, but I absolutely love them. So huge difference. I showed a picture last night to Sequence of, he showed me how to trim properly, or at least something more than what I had done. So I took a picture of my bud before And then after using these and having some more education, humongous difference. I mean, he even said, you know, that's a huge, huge change. And I mean, my bud completely changed just by what I've done. I'll post it because I don't care to show my fuck ups. I mean,
Now,
know.
is that because you're able to get in there better with the smaller tips and to remove more of the crow's foot off of the bud, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that, and then I was afraid to cut. You know, that was the other thing. You know, every time, I mean, I'm sitting here holding it like this, going, "Ooh, I don't want to," you know, I don't want to.
Fuck that, get in there.
And then he's just like, rah, 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 rah. So I was like,
careful, okay. Tara, you can cut your hand with
you can cut the shit out of your. That's what Dro was saying, is they'll cut you just as quick.
But yeah, so shout out to Sequence. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate the help. I needed it
too. Yeah, and it's a cool picture. I don't think it shows your fuck ups. I think it just shows the process of learning, getting better at stuff. And it shows that you're willing to learn things, and I think that's really important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm always willing to learn anything that has
just
to
remember that you have been doing this for less than 12 months. Yeah. So if everybody out there that's listening to this, think back to when you were a grower of 8 months. Just think about that for a minute. Like, you know what I mean? It's easy to forget the road that you've already traveled.
Well, I absolutely love the road I'm traveling. I enjoy this very much. So it's keeping me way busy. It's keeping my mind busy. I love it. It's great therapy for me. I can't thank you guys enough for your help, because I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for you guys, because I wouldn't have done this on my own. So I don't want to say on my own, but you know, it was nice to have the extra help.
Motivation.
Or just give you a little bit of, lend you a little confidence. That's all it is. You just have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've gotten a lot of credit within our groups for being very approachable for like the types of questions that some people would not want to ask, like maybe more newbie questions or whatever. And I think that's really helped certain members of our community.
Well, you're not defensive at all. That's one of the things that I like the most is if someone says, "Hey, Tara, what about this?" or "Hey, maybe you might want to think about that." You're never like, "Well, I do it because of," like, okay. Oh, is it that time, Dan?
No, I'm just showing you my cup. It's 420 somewhere, man. Shout out to Birdwatcher 420. He hooked me up with that cup.
Morning blend.
Nice.
I love that, dude. I would brew that up.
Sorry, chat. I'm totally not being able to stay in this morning because I'm trying to fix these buds.
She's got finger condoms on.
Yeah, so that's my other little thing. I don't use a whole glove. I just use these little finger cots just because you don't have to waste a whole glove right now. And these are a little easier to find than regular gloves. And then when you're done with it, you can save it and just, you know, put it down your finger. You can use it again. So it's reusable for a little bit longer, and it's a little easier for me.
The streets is hard, but not that damn hard. Now you can afford the other fingers. Come on.
No, I just like these three.
Tara's throwing up gang signs at 6:30.
These are the three main ones.
Wow. I can afford the other fingers. That's kicking ass. I think the best Skilbo fucking quote I've ever heard was when he was referring to terps tasting like poverty. Dude, that was so funny. I forgot.
So funny.
I'm pretty sure it was on this show.
I'm not sure.
But dude, I gotta steal that. Yeah. Next opportunity I got, and I'm smoking some shitty pot, I'm gonna say this tastes like poverty.
Yeah.
The only time I ever smoke anything bad is
when he smokes mine.
No, it's basically never. Like, we're really fortunate to grow now, right? Or to be able to grow. Like, you have an endless supply of whatever quality you're willing to put in the effort for. It's like if you're smoking bad stuff, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah. But you know what? Some people don't care. They don't care what they smoke.
No, that's true. Some people don't care, and
yeah, it's
tough. I've kind of gotten. I don't want to say I've gotten bougie, but I've definitely.
I think in the beginning,
of something, you know, specific.
In the beginning, you're just excited as fuck to not be getting gouged to pay for some pot. Okay. Yeah. And then, so the second thing that goes hand in hand with that is you get real scared to cut a single sugar leaf off of these buds when you take them down because you want it to last longer, because you realize that everybody else told you you'd get all these pounds of weed off this 110 watt light. But then reality kicked in and you said, oh shit, I'm cool because I got these 2 zips and I can stretch that out, and I know it's going to take me 8 weeks if I only have 1 flower spot. So you know what I mean? You're like augmenting things. But as you get better and you become more proficient, you find better genetics, you stop getting in your own way and the plant's way, you start to get more and more bounty and harvest from this. So then you get to the point where you're like, well, shit, if I do a better job trimming, I can start doing what these other cats are doing, and I can make some oil, or I can make some edibles, or what have you. So it becomes like this, it's like a gradual process, as I've seen so many people go through. So cheers, everybody in chat.
Cheers, y'all. Thanks for being here with us.
It is 6:30 and we have 64 people chilling with us. And I hope that you are able to smoke along with us and have a couple of laughs at our expense this morning.
Rolled up another joint of 9 pound. I did kick on the e-nail too.
You were touching on, when you grow, you have all these other benefits of trim and excess cannabis and stuff. But honestly, man, my favorite, I like smoking the buds, don't get me wrong. But, I've been doing this dry sifting now for about a year. That's been my favorite, is the trim. I get excited when I see frosty ass trim that I know I can shake and, get some really nice meds out of it. 'Cause, man, we can do some nice stuff with trim. And, yeah, believe it or not, I know it sounds silly, but I get excited for trim. Really, I do.
I'll get you some trim.
Totefuls, my friend.
I bet you will, man. I'll take all that trim and dry sift it for you this winter.
All the trim you can come and personally make.
That's how that works. You gotta get that
whatever
balance
you take,
out, baby.
whatever you make, you can take.
Yeah.
All the trim you come and personally make, you can have it.
I think I told you in the beginning of the season, if you needed help trimming, I would help you trim. You're just so far away.
Yeah, I just saw Fresh Cut pop in the chat. Good morning, Fresh Cut. I've given him all the dry sift so far from all the autoflowers, everything we've trimmed. So he's got a little stash of dry sift now.
Do you guys have screens and stuff?
Yeah, we've got 2 trim bins. So
I mean, like production screen.
No.
Maybe we should bring you some. Maybe I'll bring you my set. Like borrow.
I have been going over to Doc Dankenstein's and helping him out. And so earlier in the week, he has 2 different outdoor spots. One, he's got like a, those metallic carports, and he's got that covered. So that's working really, really well. And it's, I think,
genius idea.
10 by 12. And it is full of some of the prettiest fucking bud that I've seen. He never gives himself enough credit. And that goes for like the Oreos, the GMO, Wedding Punch is outside. He has early Lemonberry, Power Skunk. We were talking about Slurricane this morning. He has some super grapey Slurricane outside, just rotted up, man, just all the way down, rotted up with buds. When that thing fills in, it's going to be banging. So I'm going to go over and help him take his shit down, and then I'm going to end up going over to Sequence's house for a couple of trim days. So have scissors will travel. This is a good time that if you are helping somebody and you want to make it worth your while, make sure you get a good pair of something to trim with, whether it's, your favorite brand or your favorite style. If you're going to be doing a lot of trimming, now is the time to do that.
I agree. I have 6 pairs of those scissors that Tara held up. I have 2 pair of the fluorine coated ones, which I like a little bit better than the ones that Tara has. But the ones that Tara has ship from the United States, you can get them quicker. And then Skilbo has his Diamond Cutco's over there, and we just trim over the trim bin, keep the hash. Ross Decay suggested putting parchment under the screen in the trim bin. That's kind of a cool idea. I'll have to maybe try that.
I've just seen that.
I did that myself.
Good tip. See, you're doing shit that I don't do, Tara.
These are big screens.
Oh, that's what I just did.
That is a big screened in.
That is the
I have 4 different micron levels with it. I just use these 2 right now. I got some felt tips. I don't know if you can see them there that separate the
coasters.
things. Yeah, so you can actually trim on top tray and catch all your keef under there. I use a trim bin for that, but this really does good for production runs when you're trying to do large amounts of trim.
Now, do you drum it or do you pan it like you're sifting for gold?
We
You
do
bounce
a bounce.
it. Okay.
Bounce technique. Yeah. And the key, man, is under 40 degrees, 44 degrees. And you can make it snow, providing you have good trim.
Starting material.
Debatable. Very debatable trim I have.
But for you frugal people out there, or like me, just getting started, I didn't have all that stuff readily at my, fingertips. So I used a 9x12 baking dish. I lined it with parchment paper. And then, those grease catcher things that you put on top of your frying pan. I just laid that on top and then just cut on top of there. So everything went through.
I like the Dollar General approach. That's good.
Hell yeah.
Because you can get those big, like 16-inch screens.
They're called a splash guard, I believe. If you're looking them up.
Fresh Cut said he has his ears peeled for frugal tips.
He got all excited there, didn't he?
Ears
like,
peeled.
I've spent enough fucking money this year, Sequence.
I like cheap.
Give me a fucking break, man.
Yeah,
man.
Blown through some dollars.
You guys been hearing me bitch about it all week in chat. Anything that's related to cannabis is exponentially overpriced anyway.
Yeah.
And man, it's tough to source some of this stuff without breaking the bank, man. I mean, here's a prime example. I'm not going to mention any names, but you go online, if you go to a ice water extraction company that sells products, I'm looking for a hand washing paddle. A plastic polypropylene paddle is $80 on this site. Well, I can go to a restaurant supply and get it for $11.99.
Right.
Same fucking paddle.
Yep.
You can even get the stainless steel ones on Amazon for like less than $30, somewhere, $22, $23. It's worth it if you're going to be doing that by hand.
Yeah, and shout out to Gross, because he helps me search the shit out and finds it for me. Helping me. Thank you, Joe.
I like the idea of a plastic paddle and a stainless steel drum.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay, cannabis, the stainless steel cannabis drum. They call
$400.
$2,400 for 40.
The last right?
Those are outrageous expensive, those drums.
But you know what? The one that they make for brewing is a little cheaper, but probably by about $1,000. So tag that cannabis name to it. They poke you.
It's like when we had HVAC guys out to quote heat for the greenhouse. You can tell which ones saw the plants and we're like, oh, these guys got money.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, why are these quotes, another $2,000 up more than these quotes?
Yep.
Rasta says, I work with a pool supply warehouse so I can get DE powder, diatomaceous earth, at $8 for 25 pounds a bag and other hydroponic chems for super cheap. That's another example of going somewhere and finding it for cheaper for yourself.
Shout out to Rasta K for all his support, man.
Cheers, Rasta K.
The only experience I've ever had with DE was when I was a new grower and I tried to use it for spider mites. Did not work.
Never owned it. Never used it. But it works on the principle of basically tearing up their exoskeleton, right?
Yeah, that's the theory.
Yeah, I think that gnat mix is similar to that.
Gnat mix works really well. I think gnat mix is a chemical.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's diatomaceous earth.
Yeah, that's a chemical process.
I know it wouldn't work in the application of my feeding.
Advanced Pools jumps in and says, Rasta K, yes, sir. Just ask the pool man. See, they're out there, man. pool army.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend the wooden paddles. Like we have some people recommending wooden paddles in the chat. Having used wooden paddles, they will eventually start splintering and stuff, and you'll get splinters stabbing into your bags. You'll get wood shavings and stuff floating around. It's not worth all the hassle. Just plastic, just because it's light. If you're going to hand wash, you might as well get the lightest paddle, and then because stainless and plastic will have the same function as far as being very clean, and then. Brute totes work really well,
Yeah.
But I would think that over time you're going to get like micro scratches in there that are going to be hard to clean. But you could buy a brute tote every time you washed, and it would be cheaper than getting a stainless drum if you're real picky.
Yeah, we're going to use 20-gallon brute.
I used to work in the plastic industry, so the mold release that they use for plastic stuff is food safe silicone. So if that worries you at all, you can wash that out of that stuff. But brutes should have food safe silicone on them.
Thank you for that tip.
Just a little pro tip.
It's huge, though.
Well, the other thing is if you go to a restaurant supply like Restaurant Equippers or Restaurant Depot, there's a couple of them. My geography is not that good, but it's somewhere in the metro area. A lot of those are obviously food safe things already out of the gates. So what you can do is you can buy like it's like a 20-some gallon Lexan with a lid. And you can get it for like $23, $24. It is food safe. It's not going to scratch up like that. And it's definitely worth the investment just to, it's just finding places, like we said at the outset with Dan, is don't let them bend you over backwards and pay too much for something that you can actually get somewhere else for cheaper.
Yeah, just source around, look around. It pays. Helps your pocketbook.
Major General 420 Army says white cans are like $100 each in food grade.
Static Tep Rack, a DVD with parchment and sift the square print screens, 150, 120, 90, 70, 25. Nice. Now, I can't even attempt to say that. I'm going to say it's, I don't know, Static Tech video, a rare gem video to get pure full hash. That's always cool. I'll have to go check that out, Dirty, because there's not enough videos on that I've seen myself.
Yeah, I could actually show you Scobo static technique. You can do it with the paint roller. You can do it with a CD case.
Shout out to Jack Greenstock. He always talks about how Lady Greenstock has the Static Tech with the CD case.
Yeah, it takes time. If you got time. I've never smoked any full melt dry sift.
I just heard Templey in the chat says gravity-fed water filters are 2 stainless steel drums and pots, and they're less than 2.5K. So maybe look into that, Dan. I don't know how big those are. Gravity-fed water filters.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be sort of ghetto to starting up, but it'll eventually, turn into a really nice lab.
There's a question in the chat from EB. It says, can you add earthworms to Cocoa Core AirPods?
And will.
Nice.
I would imagine so. I have never used cocoa in the function of like using it to replace soil. So all of my cocoa grow has been for synthetic purposes. But if I were to grow in soil, which we did in the greenhouse, it'd be organic and stuff. We did everything but throw worms in them, basically. And we even talked about that like a couple days ago. So maybe we'll throw worms in there next year. Or, I mean, once we have the heat, we'll throw them in there this year.
Shout out to Abolish Farm.
What the hell's he doing?
Says cocoa is better than peat, and I'm inclined to agree with him.
Yeah, I run cocoa, man. I love cocoa.
Cocoa is renewable.
Yep,
Pete,
goes to
not so much.
the greenhouse.
Right. Yeah. Cocoa is
Are you
growing
going to
on.
be, taking your indoor cocoa to your greenhouse now? Or what do you do with yours?
I have a garden in the back. I throw it in. But I
Yeah.
reuse cocoa too.
He made me haul it at the back and pitch it for it. He made me do all the work.
It's true. It's
But
true.
Were you willing?
I helped a little.
Right on, man.
You know, was she willing? You know, I couldn't even or didn't even have to ask her.
I was gonna say she's probably picking it up, fucking carrying it for you before it was
Yeah.
even mentioned. Where you want this? I could just hear now.
Yep, exactly.
That's funny.
And you can't tell her not to do anything, so you just go along with it.
Yeah, right on. What Tara wants, Tara does.
No. It's all
Okay, Tara.
helpful. It's all helpful.
Yes, you are. You are very, very helpful.
Your enthusiasm knows no
You're like-
limits.
You're like, if we were a family, you'd be like the glue. Like
Aw, thanks.
families. There's a mom and she's the glue.
Thank
I'd
you.
be like you.
Did you remember to call your brother for his birthday?
Yeah. I mean, you organize a lot of stuff. So
That's funny because I'll text Skilbo and I'll be like, "Can you check on somebody for me? You're closer. Can you do something for me, please?"
right on.
So funny. It's Fresh Cut's wife's birthday.
Aw,
Happy birthday,
Happy
Fresh
birthday.
Cut's
happy
wife.
birthday, Mrs.
Mrs. Cut Farms.
Mrs. Cut
Mrs.
Farm.
Farms.
Happy
Cut is the
birthday.
middle name. It's Mrs. Farms.
There you go, dude. She
Cheers,
goes,
JP.
you coming over tomorrow? I was like, yeah. She goes, it's my birthday. I was like,
Aw.
okay.
Aw.
Bearing gifts.
Are you bringing a cake?
I gotta bring something.
Bring your ass.
Better bring my ass.
Tara Love in the chat from Dro.
Aw.
We are
Thank
at
you,
13
Dro.
minutes.
Shout out to
from the
Dro
top of
Grip.
the hour.
He sent some goodies with high and tight for me. I'm so thankful.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man.
Oh, I know. He's such a good guy. Thanks so much, Dro. So I'm going to shout out one of the nutrients I'm using. This is Gold Leaf. I don't think I've really ever shown it. I've got pictures on my Instagram of it. It's a 549 one. Hold on. So I'm saying it all wrong. It's not a, multi bottle. It's one bottle. So it's not like we're with the nectar and I've got 6 or 7 bottles to use. It's just one time. I do really like it because it is simple, easy to use. And so far I used it on my grow off and I didn't have any issues to complain about because I really didn't know either. So I'm using it again with some of my other ones with the Crescendo and the Skunk. So I'm excited to see the differences. There was huge differences in starting it because there was like a 2-week span where I didn't give it any nutrients and that. And from the 2 weeks that it started, there was huge growth and it just boomed. So I'm real happy with it so far. So shout out to Gold Leaf, Bubbling Bucket. They have been helping me out with all my needs here in Cincinnati. So I want to thank you guys. But my other part of my grow has got my nectar going. And I have done a huge amount of clipping on that GMO, and she just looks awesome. Really has bounced back and just filled back out. It really was so beneficial for me to cut the 12 inches off that I cut the couple times that I did. So my PM is doing really well. I honestly can say that I can't really say that I saw any. Are you all laughing at me?
I am. I'm like, now wait a minute. Hold on now. You mean your PM's doing really well? Does that mean that it's increasing
Yes.
or is you're eradicating it? You got to clarify these things there.
It's doing real well, Skilbo.
I want to say that it's gone. I can't say that it's 100% gone, but I defoliated
Then it's
so
not
much
gone yet.
that I'm not seeing any. And I haven't seen any on the stems, but I think it's gone, but I don't know for sure.
How many days
This one-
has it been since you've seen it in the
5.
grow room? Oh, well, shit. You should be pretty much good, man.
Like I said, I don't know. So I'm just, and I cleaned my tent again. So I've been not like crazy like with bleach or anything like that. I've just been really wiping it down and just making sure there's no condensation, anything, but I haven't had any swings in my temperature or my humidity either. So that should be semi okay. But I still haven't got my fan situation fixed. So I got to work on that next. So.
Yeah. It always feels good. Back to what you were saying, it always feels good when you find a nutrient that works in your grow. Really happy that you got that, and then really happy that your PM is doing well.
Yeah, I'm very happy with both. Like I said, I don't have any issues to say that I'm not going to use it. I haven't had any issues. I've been very happy with it. So we'll find out on this run how it does and how it stacks up. But so far, it's nothing that I would say that I would not use again. I really like how simple it is. And that to me is a big seller because I'm a basic bitch. So
now, have you looked at what the cost of it is?
Yeah. So for this, and let's see, this is 1 liter, 3 pounds. It was $100.
Okay. So that's an all-in-one. Now ask yourself, how many feedings can I do one whole grow from start of, seedling stage to finishing flower? How many plants could I do on that bottle, I wonder?
So I did 2 or 3 before. I ran 3 plants before, and I can't remember exactly. My sister's got the bottle that I used before. I don't know she can put it in chat what the size of it is. I used all of that, and I cracked into this one and just used very little to finish my whole run.
How many plants?
3 plants.
Okay.
So obviously I'm running a lot smaller than other people, so it's going to go
in
a
the
lot
chat.
further. I'm not there yet. Sorry.
It's expensive.
Is it okay?
That's really expensive.
Is it okay? Well, so
you said, well, you're telling me that you didn't have the money to have a trim bin, so you used a cookie sheet and some wax paper and a fucking fryer cover
for the trim bin. It's
but
just
then on top of it, then you spent $100 on some nutrients that fed 3 plants. I mean, I'm not trying to be that person, but I want you to get the best value for your dollar as well.
No, and see, that's why I'm doing the different nutrients, because I don't know yet what is the best buck for my dog. You know what I mean? Just like the nectar.
Nectar's expensive to run.
Yeah,
it can be. It can be.
You're feeding it outdoor daily. It is.
So.
I don't mind that. That's, you know what? Like I tell everybody else, I'm sorry, Claire, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, nectar's expensive, but you know what? I've never paid for it. That's how I feel.
Well, the idea isn't to grow the cheapest bud that you possibly can either. I'm not trying to emphasize and say
no,
that.
No, you're right.
But I'm saying that if you just look at this from a return on investment sort of thing, you go, holy shit. If I run, so maybe this time I run nectar, the next time I run the gold leaf, the third time I run GH, and after that I run Jax. So then, I'm a new grower, so I got to figure all this out on which one's working better. And like, shit, man, I don't know. Is this what I'm going to do? And then I have to keep the same genetics so that I can know what's really better and what's not, rather than just having a fucking turnstile of genetics that just walks through my garden all the time and trying to figure out what's better. Just my 2 cents. Come on, Sequence, help me out.
I like it.
By Jax.
You know what?
That's a lot of help right there, Bill, buddy.
4 cents a gallon by
that
Jax.
420 wife told me yesterday, she's like, we should get some Jax and put 1 plant on Jax.
You should.
I said, as long as I'm home, I'm able to mix up this nectar.
It's which one works for you. Tara is upset that she has a unibottle rather than getting to play mad scientist with fucking 18 bottles. It's what you want to do.
9 bottles.
It's not all about.
He was almost triggered there. He was like, I don't run that many bottles.
Yeah, it's not all about cost. It's about what works for you, like you just said.
Right.
Part of the reason I run Jax is so that I can run reses and so I can automate things and
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like this weekend, I'm fucked. I can't be gone for 3 days. I just can't do it.
Right.
I mean, even if my kids were here, they would give my plants water, but that's not sufficient enough. So, yeah, man, there's a sacrifice to it. There's no vacations for me. can't leave my house very often. Did it?
Yeah, I didn't
That's
want to be
okay.
chained to
I'm
my
a
grow.
hermit, so
I didn't want to be chained to my grow, so I had to fix that. I used to hand water every day, and yeah, now it's all automated. I could be gone for 10 days if I want to.
There's a solution for every growing style, and at the same time, going back to being like brand loyal to something rather than just running a bastard system of like I use this brand of that is you can dial in. If you have a plant that you think needs more of something that's not covered by a unibottle, then that's nice to be able to stay with that, and then that the brand that you're using is obviously formulated to work with the other shit that they've got. So just my 2 cents. Abal was just saying it was the wrong direction of looking at things. Is it? I mean, I can see your point, but at the same time, can you see ours? Because people get really, really turned up and really, really vociferously loyal to a brand. And you say, well, it's all fucking NPK, right? So what are we really quibbling about?
It's not, though.
It's delivery system and
Right on.
His comment was about something else, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was talking about the which brand is better. Going back to what I was saying.
So, no, he was talking about the PM stuff still.
Right on. Yeah, I get you. I'm not going to call out certain brands better than others. I think they're all good brands. Whatever works for you in your situation.
Well, that's
gives you the best results.
That's why I was willing to try, different,
Red Setter.
So,
yeah, man, I tried 3 nutrient lines. I tried general hydroponics, I tried advanced nutrients, and then I tried nectar.
So, yeah,
you're still working.
I didn't know, and I'm still feel like I'll eventually completely be organic at some point to where I'm not even doing any of this. I'm just, I'm new, so I want to kind of try it all kind of thing. So to me, to spend $100 on this bottle wasn't a big fucking deal because I spent so much on my light. I knew I wanted good genetics, a good light. And to me, I felt like if I spent a little extra on the nutrients that I was putting into it, that maybe it would help boost the whole fucking thing too. So that's why I did spend, the $100 on a bottle. But to me, I'm not putting anything else into it either. So it's just this bottle that I've got, obviously I'm using like a couple other, CalMag or something like that. I need to have as backup, but
CalMag.
I had to throw the CalMag in, but to me, $100 for the couple plants, I've gotten my money's back plenty, so, and I still got a whole freaking bottle that's barely been touched. So I'm okay with that, so.
Right.
That's all that matters.
The
That's better farm.
To shoot on the Jack side of the horn, since Red is here, I paid $150 to get Jack shipped to my house, 50 pounds of it. I still probably have 48.5 pounds of it, and I've been growing for a year. So would highly recommend, highly recommend. But yeah, just like Miss C said in the chat, spend money however you want.
I buy 2 gallons of SLF 100 a month.
How much is that?
$127 a bottle. Gallon.
Commitment is real, man.
Wow. That was a surprise before hash time. Speaking of, it is 6:59, so you're going to join us for hash time.
Ooh, yeah.
Get packed up.
I'm going to dab Cushman's Diamonds and Sauce by Dab Smith.
Shout out Dab Smith.
Good.
A little bit of Red Setter since he's here. This is Red's.
Did you try the Trop cookies yet?
GDP.
From Dab Smith?
I did try the Trop cookies.
And I fucking love it.
You'll have that?
Yeah. Really like it. Very good. I really like the foul mouth too, but I really like this Trop cookies.
Yeah, he's a quality dude.
Very much.
Some dry sift, Divine Storm. Trimmed in. I'll have to mute it because I'm going to cough like a son of a bitch.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Yeah, this is Red's GDP.
Mm.
Sequence, this is the same dude. Made this pipe as I got for you. Same dude. Shout out to shit. I can never remember this dude's name. So I'll shout out the store BDT in Roseville. Um, the dude that made this doesn't make glass anymore. His name is Jesse. Um, but like what I've noticed on his signature stuff is everything has like a really heavy piece. Like the mouthpiece on this is like super thick. So, cheers, guys. Shit's so smooth I didn't even cough from it yet. So I'm gonna mute up now. So when I jinx it, I don't blow your ears out.
The way that thick mouthpiece looks on that piece of glass, it looks like it'd be easy to snap off of there. But that's kind of my legacy with glass. So
I've had this pipe for 7 years already.
This piece you gave me, dude, that's a Billy Club. You got me pegged with that one. You knew which one I wouldn't kill. I think I could drop that one out of the car going down the freeway, go pick it up. Go ding, 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 ding. And yeah, Tara, Bingo 69 in the chat says bottles are what people usually run first. And that's exactly true for me. Like Dan said, he ran, I had a funny joke. Dan said he ran Advanced before he ran Nectar. As I say, no wonder why he likes Nectar so much. He just came from Advanced to that.
pH perfect, man.
Yeah. Scobo, you're muted if you're making.
I thought the same thing too. I did. When I seen that the progression that he went, I was like, well, it makes sense.
Yeah. No, Nectar, I can't say that Nectar's bad, but it's just hilarious to be like.
Nectar ain't bad at all.
Yeah.
Amazing how many growers that I know that use Nectar. It really is. It goes, I think I probably know about 30 people who use Nectar.
It works. It really does.
I used to grow with Botanicare back in the day, a bunch of plastic bottles. Then I gave them all away for free, like hundreds of bottles of newts to somebody, one of my consultant clients. And then he mixed all of that stuff with Jax because I talked about Jax on the show. And then still didn't kill his plants using like Jax plus soil plus a full line of like Botanicare additives.
All right. Yeah, here's a little story for you. Back when I very first started, I'm growing with 3-part GH, and I'm hearing about Jax 321, right? So then I started doing 321 with my fucking 3-part.
Okay. So it was a fucking nitrogen bomb.
Yeah, dude, they were fucking like almost.
There's like no bud structure.
Blue.
There's our dance story, guys, right there.
Hey, man, that's full transparency. You gotta learn, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Gosh, I think it was Green Jeans video I was watching. He was 3 parts, man. 3-2-1. That's how you do it. Which is great for Jax, but not for general hydroponics.
I used that Lucas when I was at the end when I was.
Which is it's similar to that Lucas formula.
That's 6-9.
Yeah.
Jax 321 is supposedly made not the Jax, but the formula that the growers use, the 321 formula, is to mimic the Lucas formula.
Well, I got to the point where I fucked with it because I ran out of the green bottle. So I was like, well, shit. I know what I can do in the meantime until I get paid. I got to feed these plants. So bang. And then I was like, oh,
you just pee on them, dude.
Turn my shit all black and curling it.
I mean, not on the plant, I don't know.
What, on my hand?
You could make tea out of it or something, but I think.
Hey, shout out to 88 people who are watching us at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Cheers. Thank you all.
Here's 88. Hopefully you are able to smoke along with us and start your day off on the right foot before you got to get up out of here and go where you got to go and do what you got to do. Just hanging out. So remember, if you haven't already, go ahead and drop a like for us and subscribe if you haven't.
I believe Michigan Bros Show has a giveaway coming up, don't they?
4 days.
Right on.
100-watt HLG light, giving away what else? A water timer and some autoflower seeds by Chef Anna with the pot.
Where's Anthony Kiedis when we need him to give it away?
Give it away. I like that band a lot.
Yeah. One of your videos you posted yesterday, man, you were playing some rockin' music. I was fucking digging.
Thanks.
He has quite the eclectic approach to music.
Yeah, I listen to everything.
Yeah, I see that. That's cool.
Yeah, he does.
Thank you, man.
But yeah, I like that metal.
Definitely listen to some stuff I've never listened to before.
Finger Lakes finest said Tara is the crazy aunt. Yeah, man.
Yep, I am. Totally in the family. I'm the crazy aunt. Yeah.
I really enjoyed this GDP hash. Thank you, Red Setter. Hopefully you are fucking smoking strong with us, man.
I'm gonna smoke some of Red's hash.
So is Red's Rainbow Driver available for cuts? Does he give that out, or is that like a closely guarded holy grail for him?
He has yet to. I went over when I got it from him. I'll put it this way. My disclaimer is this. I have wanted that since I smoked it the first time over with the Balanced to Miss C. And I've told the story before, but I'll hit it real quick. Give Sequence a break for a second.
He's never given me a cut. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I got a cut from the outdoor.
And I want Citrique.
Ooh, no, now that's
just keep going.
That's going nowhere yet.
I'm just adding to your story.
Yeah. So I got cuts from him from his outdoor early on before it ever went to flower. So I went through this whole thing of, keeping it quarantined. It was outside, so I kept it outside and I waited and I sprayed it and I took it to the garage. And then you know what I mean? Like I've walked it into the grow slowly.
Yeah.
So I have no problems with pests or anything else, but it's quite a shock for it to go from full light to the bullshit that I can provide indoors to it. So it's a little stunted, but I'm hoping that I have one that survives enough to be able to take a lot of cuts from. So
yeah, that's all you need. One just mom. Right on, man. Well, shout out to Red Setter, and if a cut happened to make it to the South Haven this weekend, and fell in my car, I wouldn't be disappointed.
cut an outdoor butt off and make you go through all the bullshit of it. Like,
Whatever,
well, then
man.
fine, go ahead.
You know what, dude? If a guy went through all that trouble to freaking get that thing back to bed,
that's what I'm saying. If you do that,
man.
Bro, you wanted that shit. Go for it. Man.
Hey, how's that Platinum Push Breath doing, Sequence?
Oh shit. We finally had to take that thing off the credits for the show because, it made fucking like 16 episodes in a row.
It's in my bedroom right now. It's about 4 feet tall.
Dude, you better flower it because dude, she doubles. She'll stretch huge.
Oh, is Dro still in the chat? Dro, I flipped that blue gelato to flower.
Maybe I'll just veg it really big and then put it under a scrog net.
That's what I gotta take cuts.
Dude, it is. She throws down. I mean, they're cookie-sized nugs, but man, they are fucking bunch of them, and they're frosty.
I'm in.
Real good wash potential on that.
Hello from Norway. Good morning. Afternoon, actually, for you.
Kazoo asked what's in South Haven. Ourselves and some of the other Growskis, we have I don't know how you would call it. We have a Growski chat certain community, I guess. I don't know, whatever you would call it. But we're renting an Airbnb and hanging out this weekend in South Haven. Should be very fun.
That's what, Tara, you need to come to Michigan and get an event coordinator license.
Yeah,
Definitely.
man.
Yeah, that's what I
need to do.
Definitely.
Take all that divorce money, give it to the state of Michigan, and make that motherfucker buy you a truck.
Ruthless.
Hope he's listening, motherfucker.
Good morning, Rise and Grind. It's time for Wake and Bake with Growskis. See that hard reset we just hit right there?
Woohoo!
Can't find a lighter for this purple hash, damn it.
Don't you just love a high calyx to leaf ratio?
Yeah, man. Those ones that you can just finger snap right off there.
Man, it's like,
blue.
what do I trim?
You've been working hard over there the whole time, haven't you?
Yeah, man. This plant put out, dude. This giant storm. She pulled over a pound and
Holy shit!
five
Nice job.
10-gallon pot.
Nice job. That was a monster.
She's the beast, man. I've been trimming her 3 days. On and off, you know. Usually I trim in the morning.
Get it done early before the arthritis wakes up, right?
Yeah, you know, usually before I go feed or whatever. While I'm waiting for people to wake up so they start chatting.
Look how happy Zeke is.
Some
He
days
found
it'll be
his lighter.
3 a.m. and I'm like, holy fuck, somebody get up.
Smoking on Red's purple hash, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, that GDP is.
Girls are wild.
You have, yeah, the girls. See, I don't have any of that. I don't.
I am all out of Red Setter hash.
Earth OG for myself, I just had.
Well, I gifted him a tube of RSO, and I told him I didn't want anything for it. So the next time I saw him, he gave me this.
Nice.
You know, Red.
Oh, you mean? Are you talking about Red Setter forkfuls of the FSO farm? Is that who we're talking about?
Right, exactly. Red Setter forkfuls.
I missed it, man. Thanks for cleaning up there.
Editor's note.
Well, you know what? Red needs to take a video and post that on IG so everybody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, I have the
Dude,
picture.
He takes some serious fucking hits.
So funny.
Yeah. Shout out to Red Setter Farm.
He'll put a half of a gram of RSO on his spoon thing and just lick it like a savage.
Ooh, I was talking to Red on Monday night after the show. That would be the late sesh that comes on at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday. Or at said later time. Sometimes you remember we have to have those notifications on. Or just hang out patiently.
It happens, man.
I am going to do the Skillbow Traveling Wake and Bake series again and go have a sesh with him on Monday, hopefully.
Sweet.
Yeah. A couple weeks from now, I think.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Red starts a day with a 0.5.
Ooh.
Baby, come back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, build up a tolerance.
The RSO buzz lasts a long time.
That's what got me is when I realized how fucking smart Spartan Grown is. And then I realized that he's like taking extremely elevated levels of it as like a daily dosage for him. So what are we holding up?
Wait,
Oh,
somebody in
glass cleaner?
chat shouting up
Yeah.
the DC glass clear. So I was
Yeah.
saying right here, Bing 69 Lombardi, DC glass clear. That's the shit.
I think that gives us a chance to MI No-Till guy and
That's what I was
Kenny
gonna
Kid
say,
shout out. I got you. See,
Where can you find that stuff at, Spartan?
Amazon.
Sorry, Sequence.
I'll take Spartan.
Yeah.
That's an
Oh,
upgrade.
sorry, my bad.
I'll take
Where
it.
can
It's
you
an
find
upgrade.
that stuff?
I got that on the Zon, but they probably have a website. I don't know. It's really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Fresh Cut says he used to live in Caledonia. That either sounds like an ancient ass city or somewhere in Bug Tussle, Michigan. I don't know which it is.
Dirty Qwerty says DC glass clear is popular, but he just roasts a banger clean. I used to do that, but then all your bangers turn gray, and then they start to taste real bad. And then you got to buy another one. So now I just get this.
Break them by then.
In the
Yeah,
beginning, Sequence
used to.
wasn't a believer in it. Not in the very beginning. It was like,
It was, it took me a minute to.
Yeah, and then once you got it, you're like a big
Yeah.
proponent now. It's awesome.
You know what, though?
Love
With
it.
this e-nail, I do miss the round bottom banger.
I do too. I have 2 round bottom ones in my drawer right here.
never
Look at
wasted
you.
no
Getting
dab
them
with a round
backups
bottom
ready.
banger.
I had backups because that was the time when I kept breaking them.
And who you shouting out for the cheap hookup on those back in the day?
Me?
I don't remember where I got them
Was
from.
it DH Gate?
No. You got to buy these from America if you want to use them anytime in the next century.
Right.
Yeah. I
That's
love
a nice
them.
one.
Man. I love them. Now I want to get one of them slurpers. They look pretty cool too. I've been seeing them a lot.
Those are hard to clean. But
Yeah, you probably don't get many uses out of them before you got to replace them, huh?
Well, you just soak them in alcohol, but you can't clean them very much. Yeah.
I had a titanium banger. I think I started out with that, and I really don't care for that.
Kapow.
Yeah, the titanium is really not great for the flavor.
No,
But that was, how long ago did you have that?
God, 2008.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So that was like as good as it got in 2008, bro.
Yeah, 18.
Oh, I can remember when they used to be all the titanium caps and with the the carb cap ones that they had that went along with them.
That had the nail on the
I
top.
had the nail on the top. Yeah, man. So it's got like cat fur or some shit on it at somebody else's house. Like, goddamn.
I
I have
did
a friend that still dabs on titanium, and I'm like, dude,
no, I don't like that. Like
Come
I,
to the
I know I
flavor.
use my collector like that, but I keep it really like I don't like scorch the fuck out of it. You know, I keep it to where you can still taste it, but
Right.
I don't like right on the titanium. That's yucky.
You know, and I see people doing some really high temp. When I see people have their nails set at like 700, I mean, I get like, whoa,
No,
Yeah.
what
that's
for?
crazy.
Yeah.
I've been running a lot of 440s, man. I know that's pretty high, but I like them clouds, and I get real good clouds off that 440.
I mean, I just feel like people get the
low.
same effect doing it at a lower temp. I don't know. I don't like it when it's that hot. But some people, I guess, do, obviously.
Yeah, I don't like it when it sears the back of your throat.
Yeah, I don't like that.
720 temperatures.
Yeah. That's like, you know, a spicy burrito to me. You know, you can't taste the food then, you know? It's like, I want to taste the food a little bit, you know?
And
Reach
Tara,
through
ooh,
it.
that's some spicy mayo Wilson.
Aw.
showing my caps for EB in the chat. He was asking what
Where'd you
carb
get that blue
caps
one
I
from?
use. Tara gave me the blue one.
There you go.
The clear one, it's called a marshmallow cap. I got with my e-nail.
I like that one.
This one's from MCG Glass in Michigan, hand
Take that
blown.
one.
This is the first piece of hand blown glass that I ever got.
Well, that one's cool.
The Kushak one?
Yeah, I think so.
The table, the dude's outside, fucking rain blowing away and shit.
Yeah, I was like, I
It's
gotta
like a
buy
biblical scene, man. That was some serious rain.
Yeah, I watched guys' entire booths fly away. Wild
That's
time.
crazy.
Yeah, wild.
That would suck.
It would suck.
It did suck.
Okay, man.
It wasn't that bad as like a person going, but
To be stuck there in that damp shit
Yeah.
all day.
that would be brutal.
And that was just throngs of fucking people, man. It was all indoor. It was like a series of like wedding reception tents. You know what I'm saying? And they're all like higgledy put together. And
It's quite the undertaking, I'm sure, for them to put it together, but it wasn't ideal. Better than getting rained on, for sure.
I am not a supporter of any of these event promoters that come into our state and try to make our money and shake us down. But I really fucking feel like I missed out not being able to go to any big events like that. We've had some, small get-togethers with friends and stuff, but I really seeing the pictures from like a year ago and shit coming up on your,
because
1 year ago today,
Summer
it was the
burnout.
Russell, yeah.
Right.
Flyout Cup is this weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I wasn't going to South Haven, I'd be going to Clio.
Yep. Clio is this weekend, so if you guys want to be part of the cannabis community, go to Clio Cultivation, hang out, see some cool people. They have a med smoking tent. You can go and smoke. They'll have vendors there. They'll have all the cool stuff there. Every time I've ever went, it was a super cool party up there. So I would definitely recommend. If we weren't
it just happened to work out because of South Haven. So
yeah, we would be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody scheduled us on that day.
Not on purpose. They scheduled after me, so you better check with me first before you have your little get-togethers. I'm just teasing. So teasing.
Yeah.
The crazy aunt just got a little crazier.
When we do camp at Luzerne for Croptober, I will have the best spot there.
Oh my gosh, you better not be camping in.
It'd be cold as shit.
I'm not camping.
But
oh my God, I'd freeze.
It's the 10th, so that's not, you know, I can remember bow hunting in the t-shirt, so.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it gets cold up here.
Yeah, I'm already cold, so no.
We're getting all the seasons in a day now. You wake up and you got to have a coat on and jeans.
Yep.
It was 84 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, so I'll wake up and I put on basketball shorts, and then I put on pajama pants, and then I put on shoes, and then I go to work.
Layers, man.
And then I work for like 2 hours, and I take off my pajama pants, take off my sweatshirt, and I'm in a t-shirt and basketball shorts for the rest of the day. Michigan's wild.
It is.
It's like 40 degrees in the morning, though.
It was chilly last weekend. I definitely could have brought a coat. My sweatshirt wasn't enough at some point, but I managed.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Okay.
I had to turn the heat on.
I really can't believe just the difference. I'm so mad at myself right now how much difference it is for me just clipping the things that I'm clipping off, but that's all right. Live and learn. Don't do what I did. And especially don't turn it in and grow off. I think that's the best part. Not really.
But. So, I mean, how else would you learn?
Oh, exactly. Man. Dude, those pics that you threw up yesterday of the kind of bud that you should turn in.
Oh, me? Yeah.
That was some pretty stuff.
Well, I mean, I want to emphasize that if you're going to turn in 4 nugs to show it, like if I was going to take a picture of this nug right behind me, you'd obviously do as good of a job as you can do on that one nug. So if you've got to turn in half of an ounce of flour or whatever, it's not that much time to make sure that it looks perfect. So definitely try to do so.
And and it wasn't even it wasn't an issue of me taking my time because I was taking my time with, you know what I mean? I just didn't know.
Sure.
I mean, I watched videos, but I never had actually physically done it. So I just totally winged it. So that's okay. I was okay with where I was.
Yeah, definitely. Birdwatcher has the dab sweats at 7:23 in the morning.
Oh, good.
That's a level I aspire to be on, so I'm gonna do that right now.
No dab sweats here.
The meat sweat.
That means I'm gonna have to go a little hotter and then cough a lot. So I'll do that. I'm at 395. I'm gonna go to 420.
He's so enthusiastic.
Oh man, that is really low, man. You do some really low dabs.
These
Doc does some lower than that.
The dab smiths, the BHO dabs, I could turn it down more. The rosin, I have to turn it up a little bit more to get it to operate. So for whatever, I don't know if that's the same for everyone, but for me, I usually dab the rosin about 420, but I had to turn it down. But at about 380, it doesn't melt. So to give you a reference, the BHO won't vaporize at that temperature. We'll do the Trop Cookies live resin at 420.
Tasty.
Show it off before you load it up. Let these fine people see what they can get.
There we go.
Very, very good.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Dab Smith's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Dab Smith's.
So
she's the real moist.
Yeah. Moist.
Real
Moist,
moist.
little gooey.
We get a good. I'm jealous that Birdwatcher said he had the dab sweats this early, so and I don't have to work today. Besides all the normal plant work and stuff.
You gonna get called in.
I hope so. I'll be
Yeah.
I don't even think you've ever had a day off, man.
not all summer.
No, not since the greenhouse.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just getting ready to start the work, you know.
Yeah. The work is started to like build up. I'm not like overtaken or nothing, but I definitely took a day off like yesterday.
And you know,
This weekend will be yeah, because after this weekend it's going to be hard at it for another long stretch. But ever since we built the greenhouse, all the way up until now, it's been 12 to 16-hour days every day. So
yeah, man, I see you guys putting in the work. I mean,
yeah,
The harvest time is really starting to approach for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like we just got into September, but we're tiptoeing right into October. So, now would be the time. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking if I had some real big ass ladies outside and they were still really, really bushy with leaves, I think if I was looking at them and they were getting closer, I would start removing some of those unnecessary fan leaves and trying to keep that thinned out. At the same time, being better able to possibly keep the the dead zones in the plant,
right.
I mean, as it's filled in.
How funny that Dab Smith pops in here right after I got done talking about all this
I
stuff.
know.
Cheers, Dab Smiths. Yeah, man.
Every time.
If you go back about 5 minutes, Dab Smith, I was talking
Not
about this trop cookies. Yeah, not even 5 minutes.
Stoner 5 minutes means it was like a minute and a half ago. So
by the looks of my outdoors, I got about 2.5 weeks.
okay.
Wow.
Do you do any kind of pre-harvest work?
No, I never
Never had to.
Never
did?
really, yeah. I mean, I never really grew a plant this big outside before, so yeah. I'm not really sure what to do. But yeah, de-leafing it a little bit. Sounds like a lot of fucking work, but yeah,
You're
probably
gonna do it.
done,
You're gonna
man.
do it regardless. It's just a matter of
Probably
time.
needs to be
Sometimes,
done, and
if you're a solo person and you don't have a crew coming through to help you take all this down, if you could spread that out a little bit, possibly by shaving some time off of your final day of takedown. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you've got to get as much in and as much done as you can.
The
You don't
only
want to leave it in the
problem I
fields.
have is it's all scrogged up, all fucking the top, the sides, all the way around it, and my arms only reach 3 feet in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't float over the top to get to the middle. Birdwatcher knows the problem. We can only do so much from the edge, and I mean we have the canopy cleared out under the bottom. I can actually come up under the bottom and get in there, but still, fucking really.
It's a job for the kids, man.
Yeah.
You told me you loved me. Come show me.
Yeah.
Get up underneath there.
They haven't been too interested.
You can never find them when you.
Sequence is getting the sweats. It's coming.
You can find them when
See it.
Working on it.
they would help if I was asking them. They would be there, but
You're just snipping these guys.
Abolished asked what was we were going to harvest first, and it's going to be that freak sour melon plant that he gave me.
Has it picked up the
She
same
is a-
amount of weight?
I'm
as
going
it
to start
usually does?
scoping it.
He's
I don't know.
afraid-
I've never grown it outside before.
I'm just saying, like the bud structure, like it's all the way filled in, because that one sometimes.
It's weird looking plant. It's got, I don't know.
It is. weird.
The regular sour melon that's
Wait.
right next to it looks really normal. And it's about 2.5, 3 foot taller than that one. So that one definitely went into flower early.
I love her. She always gets a lot of pictures taken of her.
Brad Daddy asked if we have any public smokehouses in Michigan. There's a couple places that you can smoke at. Sapo, what is Vehicle City Social?
Yeah.
Dab
and,
house.
and the Dab
Dab-
House.
But are they open though? I'm not sure. Are they back to functioning again?
I haven't seen
Not
anything, but you
sure.
can definitely check out their Instagram and
Yeah.
contact them. And if they're not open, maybe they can give you some timetable on something. I want to say cheers to the 97 people that are chilling with us. It's 7:30 in the morning.
Y'all, thank you so much.
Hopefully you're enjoying the show. Yeah, man, I'm pretty stoned. I'm over here smoking some Central Glue right now. So thanks to Sequence.
And I'm just fixing all my buds that I didn't trim right. But
Yep.
now it's trimming right.
Getting the scissor practice.
Yes, it is very good now. I'm hey, it's content. I love this. For a while, I can sit and do this. You know that. Just like sitting there picking the leaves off, I can stick me down there and I'll just pluck, 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 pluck.
That's the relaxing side of gardening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really enjoy that portion of it, but I've always enjoyed that portion of gardening too. So that's not that uncommon for me.
Definitely got the dab sweats. Shout out Birdwatcher. Working on it.
Shout out Dab Smiths.
Shout out Dab Smiths. Trop cookies. It's very orangey in the nostrils. We have 99 viewers and 55 likes. If you'd please tab out and hit the like button, I would really appreciate that. Very much.
Oh, and I didn't even have to cry today. Thanks.
The show ain't over yet, Tara.
Hey, I haven't cried yet.
And like 86% of our viewers are subscribed, so I don't ever have to say that. You guys are loyal. Appreciate it.
That's cool.
Love you.
No, you know what? I noticed new people coming through, man. Sometimes it's on the Bro Show Live Sundays at 9 p.m. Sometimes it's on the late sesh. You know, it's cool. And when Frugal comes back on, I know that's going to take off. And maybe we can add some more people to the community, which is always rad. It's great to just get to meet so many new people, man. They all come in through different information and shit. And a lot of times I feel like I learn as much from the chat as I do from the show itself. So it's really cool, man. I know that it's an online community, but after some shit changes, it probably will be a real one too.
I mean, we hope to do more stuff than our Airbnb. You know what I mean? We hope to do more stuff than have people over for a cookout. Hopefully things will open up and we'll be able to do that.
Yep. Crazy times we live in.
Yeah, it really is.
Been a good summer though. We've made the best of it, and everyone, I really appreciate you being part of our community here that we have. It's really cool to see the chat and all the hearts and all of that stuff going on.
Dude, it's about recharging that battery. It's an ongoing thing that I like to point out is sometimes shit outside the garden can really start to wear you down or really get on your nerves or whatever. But when you get into it, if you've noticed this whole show that Tara and Dan have done nothing but trim the whole show. And they've both been like the picture of relaxation while they've been doing it, if you've noticed. So it's being able to I know this sounds silly, but it's being able to take refuge in something that you can focus your attention on other than things that are outside of the garden. So cheers, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys, coming through like this always puts me in a better mood in the morning. And I know it does for a lot of you too.
100% it does.
It's a great way to start the day. And if it wasn't for this show, I wouldn't wake up until like 11. So I get a lot more productive that way too.
Tank man motivation.
Right.
More time.
You're welcome.
More time awake means more work to get done.
That's right. You're being productive. You're being busy.
Time to medicate. That's how you got to think about it.
Fair enough.
No, this definitely makes me feel a whole lot better because I've had a shitty week. So Friday cannot get here soon enough. So this right here, being able to trim these buds and fix them and make them look nice is is very soothing to me. So
The question is it smokable right now?
yeah, it's been smokable.
Oh, there you go. So no matter how shitty the week before has been
smokable.
At least this moment we can make it.
100%.
Plants are true therapy. Whether you have a 2x2 closet grow and you're just looking at them, or you have the greenhouse and you can walk through them and touch them, you know, it's just soothing to have the energy of the plants. I truly believe it.
Unless they're all sick, and then it's real fucking stressful.
It can get real stressful
Yeah,
and shitty too, for sure.
But you know, don't overthink things, right?
Yeah.
Nature happens.
The more you smoke and you just let it ride, it works out.
Let it ride. Shout out to Miss D's Nug. She's always in supporting us, man.
Good morning, love. I love her. She's such a beautiful woman.
Positivity.
She does.
It's contagious.
She always puts a smile on my face.
You know, one of the things, man, check this out. Don't take shit for granted. Nobody owes anybody anything. So do what you do because it's right, and do what you do because you want somebody to return you the favor potentially. But to have no expectations on shit. That's where a lot of people get crossed up. Let me give you an example. So with outdoor season coming up, I told you guys earlier that I plan on going to help people trim. It's because I want to help them trim. It's not because I'm a trimmer grant. It's not because I'm going there to get paid in anything other than just, hey, let's smoke while we're here, man. Let's have some good conversation. Because I'm not doing anything, and fuck it, we might as well help you take down this harvest. But if I had expectations other than that, I've set myself up to, you know, be shocked, you know, with a Pikachu face or a pissy face, it doesn't matter. So, you know, just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. It's all about paying it forward.
Mm-hmm. That's why I do what I do and why I went and helped out in the greenhouse. And I know it wasn't probably that much that I did, but I still helped a little bit. So I feel like I did a little something, and I got a ton back from it. But, you know, the way I look at it is I hope I gave them a little bit of a break of some sorts, you know, because they've definitely been working very hard. Shout out Fresh Cut and Sequence. Everybody has been actually.
Yeah, it's been a heck of an ordeal, heck of an undertaking. We appreciate your help.
To abolish point, I am only available on Mondays. It's my day off, so if you want to pre-schedule me,
book him now.
I'll come out and get high with you. So
hell yeah, man.
Speaking of high, Jesus, can my eyes get any smaller? I don't know
Small.
I don't know if I want to blame it on that GDP or the Citral or the GG4 before that. Or,
I'm like, wow, Scobo, did you stay up all night?
Dude, I'm like a night owl person, so I'm usually up until after 1 o'clock. And then like Thursdays have been busy at the place, so as a cook, it takes a long time to turn down. So I'm up until like 2:30. So then when I have to get up and do the show here, it's like we're running on a little bit of fumes.
You know, when I used to work late shift, you know, you can't just come home, go right to bed, man. You gotta have that wind down fucking period, you know.
That's why you should watch the late sesh, man. That's what the late sesh, or catch any of our 1,000 videos that we've already. I think we have like over 100 videos, I think, on the channel. 200 videos. So there's definitely content. Cheers, Cave Diver. Thanks, man.
Cave Diver, thank you. Appreciate you so much.
But that's the thing, is it's nice to be able to, you know, get with, there are people that are in this chat that are in all of them, and there are people that are in this chat right now that we only see in the morning, just like I have people that I only see at night. So it's cool for there to be that virtual, you know, almost any time. And then if we're not broadcasting, usually Eagle is on, so you can jump over to Eagle's channel. He gets off right before the wake up bank. You know, it all works out. Just don't isolate yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
I like the
charge your batteries. We're just going back to that. Just recharge your batteries.
The live platform where we can communicate with each other and have this interaction. And get answers to questions that are asked, relatively fast, and that's huge, man, huge. Trimming.
Sequence, you're awful quiet, man. The
Trying to
meat
figure out
sweats
how many
got you
videos
going,
we
or
posted.
I think it's over 200.
Yeah, I know.
212
I know
or some shit.
I'll figure it out.
It's not just that. It's think of how many hours of rambling on there is. That's the real thing. Add that up.
I'm gonna fire some.
Add up how many times I said, yeah,
Sure,
man.
luck. Yeah, man.
Cal Mag.
Can I get a yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Cal Mag.
Cal Mag, take me away. Like the old Calgon commercials.
Dude, yeah, I say that shit all the time. Younger people look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? Never mind, man. Never mind.
We're of an age.
Yes. Chuck Wagon. Remember that? Or I tried catching that motherfucker. Thought it was going to come on the fucking TV.
Oh, Terry, you finally getting a chance to just chill out for a second and not be snippy
I've
long
smoked.
stockings over there?
No, I've smoked a bunch in the beginning. No, this is 2 scoops from Tommy Trichomes.
Hey, shut up, Tommy. I see he's in the chat.
He's in there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
I missed it. This is good stuff.
I like Tommy's flour that I got to try this year.
Been very good.
Yeah, everything I tried at Tommy's was exponentially well.
That's Tommy Ice Cream Cake Trichomes.
Reason why he has that name.
I got that plant from him, that cut.
Did you?
Shout out, Tommy. Appreciate you.
It's exciting, man.
Yeah, get over his channel. Check him out, man. Serious grower, man.
Yeah, I was looking for ice cream cake for a while, so it was really cool that he happened to have it, and he was willing to share it with me.
What else were you looking for? Was it wedding cake?
Wedding cake? Dude, I'm getting wedding cake today. I'm not going to say who I'm picking it up from, just because I don't want people to bother them.
No, that's awesome, though.
Very, very, very reliable source, so I know it's the real thing, and I've been looking for it for a long time, so I'm really excited. I'm going to drive a long way, and I'm going to go pick up wedding cake.
So what's getting Spartan kicked out of the rotation then to take that place?
Well, BDE.
I thought this been gone.
Yeah, well, this is the last run of it. There's some more stuff I'm going to kick out too, but
check it out. I'm getting wedding cake too. Because my buddy, he just got wedding cake.
That's good, man.
No, I'm just kidding. Normish Micro just picked up, it's called Ice Cream Candy by In-House Genetics. Just dropped. He ordered them. It's going to be his birthday tomorrow. Shout out to Normish Micro.
Oh,
so yeah, he birthday gifted himself these badass.
I texted both of you about that, and you told me they were gone. And I texted him, and I was like, "Oh my God, Dan said these are gone." I was like, "You gotta look, you gotta look." And he texted back a few hours. He's like, "I got him."
Yeah, so right on, man. Shout out to Normish.
Oh, as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, Dan, Normish can't get to him quick enough." Boom, boom, boom.
So funny that that these in-house fanatics will just buy.
They're on it, aren't they?
They'll just buy
Happy, man, especially these limited releases. That's a sticky drip release. So it's a one and done. And if you sleep, you ain't going to get it. And I slept. Obviously, I didn't get it. But in a way, I did because Normish is a great guy and he'll share any type of cut with.
So what flavor are you chasing when you are doing...
We're really fruity. We're fruity. Real fruity gas.
Like Jack and I, Jack Greenstock, shout out, brother. We always talk about that old, what the fuck was that? Greenhouse Seeds flavor wheel. And I know most people have seen that before. If you haven't, just look it up. And everybody basically falls into one or two quadrants. You know what I mean on that. And it's always interesting to see what other growers put themselves as their favorites.
I like the old school skunk, but I haven't smoked old school skunk since the frickin' 90s. And anything that people tell me skunk doesn't reflect what I remember skunk.
No, I can just find the burnt rubber. I can't find the real skunk.
Yeah. So that's I guess we would always chase that, looking for it. I like a piney. Piney to me is old school stuff. There wasn't when I was smoking cannabis started. There wasn't all these exotic terpenes out there that were expressed in the cannabis we smoked. It was brick weed and packed full of seeds and stems. And properly processed. I'm sure it was great weed. It just wasn't processed properly. And that's what we had. But it's different now. I mean, there's so much more variety. We like the fruity,
It really is, man.
skunky, gassy. I really don't hunt pine myself anymore.
It's hard to find for
earthies. Now I'm just looking for resin heads.
Right. Exactly, but you are hunting with a purpose, though. You know what I mean? So yours is it's really like a fivefold thing if you want to break it down. But if your number one thing is, I don't really care what the flavor is per se, if it doesn't, sift well.
Yeah.
And then so if it sifts well, then I want to know, is it a flavor that I like, that I'm not going to get burned out on? And then it's like, okay, well, is it an easy plant to grow, or is it a fickle fuck? Okay, and it just you keep walking this back until you realize that a keeper is like really almost like a unicorn.
Yeah. And unless you can do large scale pheno hunts,
Exactly.
I mean, when people say, oh, I did a pheno hunt, if you're hunting 10 seeds, that's not really a pheno hunt, but to you it is. But
it's $150 a pack. I'm not going to be able to do 100 fucking seeds.
Absolutely, I agree with you, and I'm small time,
especially on something that is like brand new, and that it's not something that's tried and tested. And I've been like, oh man, this fucking shit was fire. I got to get this. But to do like a pheno hunt on something that just came out last week, that nobody really knows, and then to drop, $2,000 in seeds would be.
Well, when you see this one plant that they show, expressing those seeds, that you got to imagine that plant was growing out probably about 1,000 fucking plants, so they took the best out of 1,000 to show you if that's what you're shooting for. So try to limit your expectations on what you're going to produce, as far as a pheno hunt for me. So trichome heads, resin size, terpenes, obviously, and then soon to be it'll be washing capabilities. I'm looking into a seed company called Bloom Seed Co. I'm sure you guys have heard of them.
Yeah.
What's that? Which company?
That's Bloom.
We're gonna start running some Bloom seed genetics.
Quick fun fact: the breeder of Tropicana cookies, the plant behind my head, is Harry Palms. Harry Palms left Oni and works for Bloom Seed Company.
Right on. So anyway, yeah, I mean, as far as what we plan on doing with the plant, our process has changed. I think when I first started growing, it was all about, like you said, getting the weight. Once you got the weight, now it's all right. Now we need the quality. And then when you lock in when you can grow mids like a motherfucker, step up your game and something else.
And it's genetics, like you're saying. You shop for better genetics and you have better plants. It really is.
Yeah. And if you can have your friends help you pheno hunt these things, it makes it a lot easier to have a trusted group of people that you can share cuts between that aren't going to give you infected plants and stuff. That's huge.
I'm just trying to read chat. I just want to say shout out to the 105 people that are chilling out, waking with us, man. It's been a pretty good show. Not a great show, but it's been pretty good. It was enough to pass the time. And I don't know. I'm pretty stoned, man. I've been high as fuck for like the last hour.
Yeah, I've heard you say that like 3 times.
Yeah, man. I've gotten to grow like upper deck mids now. So there's hope for me yet.
Shout out to you.
Ooh, dude, I'm flipping that BDE finally to flower today, too.
Good deal.
I don't know.
Noise.
I don't know if I think I got to take a cut of it.
It's a big plant, dude.
Ooh.
BDE gets big.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in my perpetual, I should be flipping right now another series of plants, but I'm gonna have a little lull.
That's okay too to have that, winding down right before you got to really turn up for outdoor.
Yeah, and yeah, it's gonna look like I'm gonna have a 6 week, maybe 4 week lull. I mean, I could push something in there, but they wouldn't turn out to be what I wanted. So yeah, but that's the reason this is because we doubled our flower room size too. So that took all them other plants that were ready. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a little bit low, but we'll be busy doing other things. So I do have a big run of Primal Punch coming up. It's gonna be nice, guys.
Yeah, that BDE plant we have in the greenhouse is like 8 feet wide and about 6 foot tall. It's wild. That's a big plant. You like that one, Skilbo? You get some yield.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be something. I mean, having smoked yours and them being fem beans, I'm hoping that if I can just get into the wheelhouse of that gas that you have on yours, I'll be really happy with it. Because I don't have any gas in the garden at the moment, and I really miss it.
Well, when you're asking Dan about what he looks for in genetics, like if it was, a specific terpene or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've reiterated this a lot, but I'm always looking for different terpenes. So every plant just to be specifically different from everything else that I have. It doesn't necessarily have to be fruit or gas or whatever, but just a whole range of everything. That's what I'm looking for.
You want the whole palette.
I want that whole palette.
And you know what, man? I mean, it's amazing how many terpenes and profiles and esters there are in cannabis and how they can combine and make such unique.
But you got to look that wheel up. That wheel will blow your mind.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Because I was talking to Jack, he had done a thing. Fuck, I don't even know what it is. And he showed it the wheel, and he was like, "Shout out to Skilbo for reminding me that garlic was on the greenhouse wheel." And I was telling him that I remember, when I first started growing and really got into trying to read and educate myself, I came across that really early on, and I was blown away by the fact that there could be like a garlic or an onion strain, and I was like, "Who the fuck would ever want to fucking grow some guy? Just what the hell?" But then when the profile comes along the line years later, I'm just blown away by it. And shout out to Tommy Tricombs because I know he has the MG1C's garlic punch. So he told me that he would give me a cut of that. So I think I want to just run that and not fuck with the GMO itself. And so
there you go.
Yeah, get the best of both worlds.
I want to, yeah. And it's just two great flavor profiles. Like I said, I've had the Primal Punch F1 and the F2, both grown by Eagle Gardens. Both were specifically different. I also have Dan's Primal Punch, which is the Punchy Punch in veg as well, which I'll be taking cuts of, but it's not going in this run. It'll go in the next time around.
You're gonna.
So you're muted, Tara. She is still muted.
I don't know if she. I hit the button to ask her to unmute herself.
Oh,
no, this is like when we started.
Crazy Aunt Tara. Oh no, dude. Discord. Damn you, Discord. Skilbo, just drag yourself.
All right.
Oh, just drag yourself over.
Well, you know what? This episode has flown by. I don't know if it's because I'm trimming or what. I cannot believe it's already been almost 2 hours.
Tara, come back.
Tara! No!
She'll be back.
Fuck,
Fuck, sorry. Oh, cheers, Medically Fit. How you doing this morning? I'll just do some quick shout outs. Aldridge, EC Gorilla, Cave Diver. I've seen Trey up in here. Steve's got a shout out. Mr. Greach, I know. Big Bud Shepherd, cheers. Red Daddy has been along for the ride. Finger Lakes Finest. Dro has been here for the whole show. Abolished is still awake. Yeah, man. Oh, Tara's not going to. Yes.
No, read the chat. It's so funny.
I'm so tech darted.
Just trying to get back now.
You never know what you're going to see when you tune into the show.
So funny.
Right on, man. Keep them on our toes.
Cheers, T1. Fresh Cut, Nicholas McCabe, K Zoo. Unplugged. Good morning.
So, how was your outdoor doing there, Skilbo? You don't talk much about yours.
I haven't been over there in quite some time. Mine is the Au Naturel. So
right on. We'll set it and forget it.
Good luck, I don't know, man. I'm not very confident. I'm afraid to go check because I'm afraid it'll be PM, just because of the way that it's been. So I should be getting over there this weekend to check it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance of that. It's been real moist this year.
Yeah.
Real wet down here.
So I will definitely see what happens with it, man. Yeah, see, Fresh Cut knows. Just took a death.
You know what? It's been a better year than last year, I think. So.
Really?
Yeah, I think for up here it has. Maybe it's because I'm in a greenhouse, but
maybe it's because you're a better grower.
Well, that too.
Maybe it's different genetics.
Maybe
it's Maybelline.
Definitely. It
had to build up to that joke, Dan. Come on.
As far as weather goes, yeah, I think it's way better. We were way wetter last year.
Oh, Tara's battery died. She's probably not coming back.
And boom.
Whatever, Tara.
Better sign out from there.
Tara, do your sign out in the chat.
Thank everybody. Now you can wait for the 30-second delay because she's not on the actual stream. So.
Right on. I forget that.
This is my reminder that all my friends are old people.
We are.
Constantly struggling with the tack, man. And you're awake at 5 a.m. Yeah, two things that you have in common.
I don't have nothing else better.
You smell like Tiger Balm and Werther's Originals, don't you?
Oh, I love Werther's, but they gotta be the real chewy ones. Those are the good ones.
Every show, bro, you get me every fucking show.
All right, guys. Dan, where can everyone find you, brother?
Hey, man, you guys can find me on Instagram at DankmanDan. You can find me Sunday nights with these fine folks at the Michigan Bros Grow Show, 9 p.m. on YouTube. You can find me here Thursday mornings, 6 a.m. Wake and bake with the Growskis, man. Thanks, chat, for showing up and listening to our antics and all that jazz. I hope we gave you a little bit of helpful information. Thanks again.
Thank you, Dan. Mr. Scobo.
I want to give a shout out to our partner, Easy Swap Pots.
EasySwapPots.com.
And the code is
MBGS.
There it is.
That's it.
Other than that, I am Skilbo1 on Instagram, Skilbo17 on YouTube. Make sure to drop a like on the way out if you enjoyed the content. Other than that, come through and catch us Sunday night at 9 for the Bro Show Live when the rest of the panel will be assembled and Tara will have hopefully come back.
Check out Tara at Tara Wilson 1409, right? On Instagram. That's a guess. Thank you guys. Have a good day. We had 100